largest wheat producer after South Africa. And in Ethiopia, wheat production for harvested area to 1.85 million hectares. Wheat also contributes essential amino acids, minerals, vitamins, and beneficial phytochemicals. Wheat is the consumed dairy products in Ethiopia: bread, roasted grain, and pasta, and soils. In Amara regional state, wheat growing in the country, average productivity of 2.7 ton per hectares. In South Wando, average productivity 2.6 ton per hectares. Nitrogen plays important role of plant metabolism, and all plant processes are related to nitrogen. In addition, nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, and boron to loss of fertile soil important increase breed wheat. The low-yield breed wheat at South Wando Delanta district attribute various constraints related to the minimum usage of improved varieties, poor crop management practice, and low soil fertility. Inadequate information, the effect of different types and rates fertilizer, except blanket recommendation. Thus, the vital conduct study response of reduced variety and PSCV blended fertilizers that the following objectives. The first objective to investigate the effect of blended NPSB fertilizer growth, yield, and yield components of breed wheat to determine economic feasibility of blended fertilizer rates and suitable variety of enhancing breed wheat varieties production in the study area. The second presentation outline material and methods. Description of the study area. The experiment was carried out in Dhana Kabali 02 Kabali on farmer land, Galanta district, northeastern Amara regional state in cropping season 2021 up to 2022. Altitude, rainfall, and temperature respectively 2060 above sea level altitude and
Hello, Sagoin. Dimsashin mute argashwal. Hello. Hello, Sagoin. Sagoin. Dimsash taftual.
dimsashin አሁን ይሰማል አይደል ዶክ?
አሁን ይሰማል። አሁን ይሰማል።
In the study area map of site
ሚውት አታድርጊው እንጂ ድምጽሽን ሚውት አሁን ሚውት አድርገሽዋል። ይታያል ሚውት መሆኑ ሚውት ሆኗል። ድምጹ አይሰማም። አትንኪ፣ የድምጹን አትንኪ።
አሁን ይሰማል አይደል?
አሁን ይሰማል። አትንካው፣ እንዳትነካው ንገራት።
እሺ
ይሄን ነው በዚህ ልጠቀም።
እሱ ነው ተሽወደነ
The experimental material, planting material, those series breed wheat variety, Daffy, Hidase, and harvest, and others attitude and rainfall, and others these tables. The second fertilizer material, NPSB and urea. Treatment and experimental design. The treatment consists for NPSB rate 50, 100, 150, and 200 kilogram per hectare NPSB. And those three breed wheat variety, Daffy, Harvest, and Hidase. The experiment randomized layout, the randomized complete block design, factorial arrangement, three replications, The gross plot size 6 meter square and path width between plots 0.5 meter. The path width of between block will be 1.5 meter. Net plot was 1.5 meter, and net plot was 4.16 meter square. The experimental procedure and management 3 times plow was done before planting, and according to specification design, a field layout prepared, and each treatment was assigned randomly experimental units within block. The sowing was done July 13, 2021, hand delivery. The seed rate 150 kg per hectare seed rate. The whole amount of NPSB fertilizer and half urea applied. Soil sampling and analysis. Before soil sample was taken from 9 spots of depth of 20 centimeter in zigzag method. The analysis of for selected physiochemical properties, soil texture, pH, organic, carbon, total nitrogen, and soil. Data collection and measurement. The first phenological parameter, day of 50% heading and day of 90% physiological maturity. The second vegetative growth parameter, plant height and spike length. The third yield and yield parameter, number of total tiller, effective tiller, number of kernel per spike, 1000. The data analysis were subjected ANOVA using general linear model procedure SAS 9.2 version. Economic analysis. An economic analysis was done using partial budget procedure described by Simet. The third presentation result and discussion. Soil physical properties and experimental size. The result showed the texture of soil, neutral site, sand loam, pH, salinity acidic in 6.5, textural loam, sand loam, pH, salinity acidic, organic carbon high, cation exchange capacity high, available phosphorus medium, and total nitrogen medium. Phenological parameters, day of 50% heading and day of the main effect of and the interaction effect of day of 50% heading were not non-significant, and the other day to 90% physiological maturity. The main effect of produce variety and NPSB and interaction effect 90% maturity were non-significant. Vegetative growth parameter, the main effect of blended NPSB fertilizer were highly significant, and however, the main effect produce variety and interaction effect were significantly. Mean of plant height in these tables. The tallest plant height was recorded from harvest variety. The rates of 200 kg per hectare, and the shortest plant height in this 50.59. The shortest plant height recorded from the variety and Hidase application of 50 kg per hectare. Spike length, the main effect of NPSB fertilizer rate highly significant. Interaction effect was significant. The main effect variety did not significant. Mean spike length of in tables. The highest spike length recorded data variety with the highest applied to 200 kg per hectare, and the lowest spike length recorded the harvest variety within 50 kg NPSB rate. Yield and yield components, number of total tiller, the main effect of NPSB fertilizer highly significant. The main effect breed width not significant. Interaction effects was significant. And this
ሄሎ ተቋረጠ እንዴ? ሄሎ 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 ጽጌኝ ተቋረጠ። ሄሎ ምን አይነት ነገር ነው እባካችሁ?
is on.
ሄሎ ተቋርጧል። ሄሎ ጽጌኝ ሄሎ ተቋረጠ። ሄሎ ጽጌኝ
ሄሎ
አቤት አቤት
ይሰማል? ትንሽ ተቋርጦ ነበር። አሁን
ተቋርጦ ነበር፣ አሁን ይሰማል።
እሺ
thank you. The number of kernels per spike is the main effect of NPSB fertilizer rate highly significant, and the main effect of breed width variety and interaction effect of was significantly. And this tables the highest number of kernel per spike record hidase breed width variety in application of 200 kilogram NPSB.
ሸር ሆኗል ይታያል ዶክተር?
አልሆነም አልሆነም። ተቋረጠ መሰለኝ። ሄሎ ሄሎ፣ ተቋረጠ እንዴ? ሄሎ ሄሎ ሄሎ፣ ተቋረጠ። ተቋረጠ እንዴ? ዶክተር ሞላ ይሰማል? አይሰማውም እሱ።
ዶክተር ጥላሁን ሄሎ፣ ይሰማል አይደል? ዶክተር ሞላ
ጥላሁን ይሰማኛል። ተቋርጦ ነበር መሰለኝ አሁን ከእናንተ።
በቃ ኢንተርኔት ምን አስቸገረን እኮ። በቃ አሁን እስኪ እንግዲህ ትጀምርና ከቆመችበት
ይሻላል። እሺ
Thank you. The highest number of kernel per spike recorded in Hildase variety within the application of 200 kilogram NPSB rate, and the lowest number of kernel per spike recorded in the Daffy variety within 50 kilogram per hectare. 1000 kernel weight. The 1000 kernel weight was highly significantly, and the main effects of variety and interaction effect non-significant. The highest number of 1000 kernel weight was recorded from application of 200 kilogram per hectare NPSB rate, and the lowest number of 1000 kernel per plant was obtained application of 50 kilogram per hectare. Above ground dry biomass, the main effect of NPSB fertilizer was highly significant, and interaction effect of breed wheat variety were significantly. The highest number of above ground in Hidase variety is applications of 200 kilogram per hectare, and the lowest number of above ground dry biomass, Dalfi variety, within 50 kilogram per hectare. Grain yield was highly significantly, and the interaction effect were significantly, and main effect of variety did not significant. The highest result was recorded the rate of 200 kilogram per hectare, and the lowest grain yield record 50 kilogram NPSB per hectare. Asteroid, the main effect of blended NPSB fertilizer was significantly. The main effect of variety and interaction effect non-significant. The highest steroid obtained by application to 100 from the application of 50 kilogram per hectare. In harvest index is the main effect of blended NPSB fertilizer rate was highly significantly, whereas the main effect of variety and interaction effect were did not significant. In the 1000 kernel, the highest, high harvest index obtained application of 200 kilogram per hectare, and the lowest harvest index records the application of 50 kilogram NPSB per hectare. The correlation analysis is in these tables show that in positively the correlation analysis grain yield strongly affected positive correlation, planted, spiking the number of total tiller, and but straw yield significant positive correlated, planted, spiking the number of effective tiller, 1000 kernel, and grain yield. Economic analysis application NPSB fertilizer, the highest net benefit 849.8 where record Hidase breed wheat variety within application to 200 kilogram NPSB fertilizer. The lowest net benefit 46,634 Ethiopian per obtained Danfi breed wheat variety, the application of 50 kilogram NPSB fertilizer rate. Dominance analysis in these tables show that, and the marginal rate of return, these tables. Conclusion and the third presentation title, conclusion and recommendation. Breed wheat variety are the most major food crops in the study area. The management of fertilizer an important factor greatly affected growth yield and yield components of wheat crops. Moreover, appropriate management practice combine high yielding varieties with balanced fertilizer are lacking in the study area. The current results show that number of total tiller, effective tiller, spikelings planted, and above ground dry biomass 1000 kernel were highly significantly affected by the main effect of NPSB fertilizer. And similarly, number of total tiller, number of effective tiller, number of kernel per spike above ground dry biomass were significantly affected by the main effect of variety. And the highest number of kernels per spiky, number of total tiller, above ground dry biomass, grain yield, straw yield were recorded from interaction effect of variety hidase application of 200 kilogram per hectare, whereas the lowest number of kernels per spiky grain yield above ground dry biomass recorded from interaction effect of variety Danfi with 50 kilogram per hectare NPSB fertilizer application. The partial budget analysis shows that the highest benefit 1,849 birr was obtained in Hidase variety. The marginal rate of return 299.6 received 200 kilogram NPSB per hectare and the lowest benefit 46,634 Ethiopian birr were obtained from the variety damp using the application 50 NPSB fertilizer rate. Therefore, the variety Hidase 2 kg per hectare NPSB were recommended economical and recommended for production with breed wheat in the study area and other areas with similar agroecological conditions. And as a conclusion, since the study was conducted in one location for one season, it should be reported more locations and seasons for further recommendations in similar agroecologies. Thank you. In these pictures, show that. አመሰግናለሁ።
Okay. Thank you very much, Sigawain. I think she completed her presentation. So we have to go to the exam for the minor. Doctor.
David, hello.
We can go to the external examiner to hear about going comments, and then again we come back to the internal examiner. So, Doctor, you have 30 minutes for your comments and any feedbacks for Sigawain. You can continue, Doctor.
Talahun.
Dr. Talahun, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Of course, we are facing inconveniences because of the internet and the other. This system is sometimes very difficult. Anyway, let me continue with my comments. If you are hearing me, especially if Sigawain is hearing me, let me continue with my comments. So,
if you have, Dr. Talahun, if your comments are in soft copy, you can share your comments to this system, and then I can get out her sharing style and then get it. ሁለቱም ሼር ስለማይደረግ የኔ የሷን ላውጣውና ያንተን ሼር ማድረግ ትችላለህ ሶፍት ኮፒ ላይ ከሆነ
ይችላለሁ let me share it. I don't know how to do. Just to share. Let me wait this.
ይቺ ወደ ቀኝ የታጠፈች ምልክት የለችም? ኦኬ ያውቀዋል ነገሩ። ሶሪ አንዳንዴ
ተቸግሬያለሁ ትንሽ። ፋይሌን ለመክፈት የት ጋር ነው የምከፍተው?
ፋይሌን ትከፍትና እንትኑ ጋር ትሄዳለህ። እዚህ ጀስቲ ጋር ትሄድና ዌብሳይቱ ጋር ትሄድና እሱን ስትከፍት በቀኝ በኩል የሆነች ጥርት ያለች ምልክት የለችም?
አለች።
እሷን ክሊክ አድርጋት።
አረኳት።
እሷን ክሊክ ስታደርግ የሆነ ነገር መጣል። ራሱ የሆነ ሽት መጣች አይደል? ስክሪኑ
መጥቶልኛል።
እሱን ክሊክ ስታደርገው በሰማያዊ እንትን
ሼር የምትለዋል
ጠርዞች ይቀበዋል። ከዛ ሼር ታደርጋለህ። መጀመሪያ ክሊክ አድርገው ግን እዛ ጋር ስክሪኑን ክሊክ ታደርገውና ራይት ክሊክ ላይ ታደርግበትና ከዛ ሼር ታደርገዋለህ። ሼድ ካደረጋት በኋላ ያቺ
ወርድ ዶክመንት ነው። እንዴት አድርጌ ነው ሼር የማደርገው? ሶሪ
በቃ ሼር አድርገዋል። አሁን በቃ ይታየናል። ዝም ብለህ ጎይ
ይታያችኋል።
ከእንግዲህ በኋላ ያንተን ከፍተህ ለማንበብ ነው።
ይታያል። Thank you. Let me continue. So let me forward my general comments first, and I will go to the details next. So my general comment to Tsegawen is she is using wrong verbs in many places, wrong verbs and unnecessary verbs. For example, instead of using has been or something, she is using was. Instead of were, she is using were. So I have indicated in the document where she has committed the use of wrong verbs, and she has to carefully correct the thesis. The other thing is wrong use of punctuation markers. What does it I mean is she used comma at the end of sentences at many places. She missed the full stop at many places of sentences. So she has to use the correct punctuation markers wherever it is important. The other thing is she is not capitalizing the names of places and persons. Tsegawen, if you are hearing me, for example, if I am writing Tsegawen, I have to capitalize the first T. But sometimes you are using small t for as an example. So whenever you are writing the names of places and persons, the first letter should be in capital. In your case, you are using small letters in many places. The other thing which is happening commonly is in the case of the scientific names, you are not italicizing. If you remember the taxonomy course we have taken in the BSc, scientific names should be italicized, or if you are writing by your hand, they should be underlined. So you are not italicizing the scientific names in many places, and that should be corrected. And let me continue to the acronyms and abbreviations. If you are seeing, are you seeing my slide? Hello. Hello again.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So is Taisha? So if we go to the abbreviations and acronyms, if you see CIMIT, this is a mistake which people are committing commonly. You said International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center. That is the translation. And the correct abbreviation you have to put is international, what you call Centro Internazionale di Mejorante di Maize. If you see the yellow one, that Spanish word should be placed. So C will correspond to Centro, I will correspond to Internationally, something like that. Okay? M will correspond to Mejoranto, and it will go like that one. So you have to use this one instead of the translation, if you understand me. So let me go to the abstract. Yes, in the abstract page, if you see, the scientific name is not italicized, okay? It should be in italics. This is an example. And I have given some comments there, and you have to see, and you have to edit your abstract carefully. And let me continue to the introduction, just to save our time. Okay? Even in the introduction, the scientific name was not in italics. I have done it, and you have to carefully make the what you call the Triticum aestivum in italics in any of the places. For example, for F, Eragrostis, F is here. For maize, Zia maize, you are not in italicizing the scientific names, and it should be in italics wherever you are writing scientific names. So let me continue to a literature review part. I'm jumping the simple comments I have, and I'm focusing on the main ones, and you will see the rest when I share the document. So let we go to what we call subheading 2.4. Limitations of wheat production in Ethiopia, it says. And here, what you put, the average yield, which you say 2.1 ton per hectare, I think this one is wrong. This one is wrong. For example, if you make the average of the numbers you have shown down there, 2.19, 2.79, 2.83, and 3.1, it will be 2.7. So 2.1 is very low. So what I recommend you is you have to make the average yield by yourself using the CSA data. For example, you can use the 2020 CSA data, and you can make the average yield of the bread wheat by dividing the production to the production area. So you'll get the right picture. Or you have to use the correct references when you are citing yields like this. Did you understand me? Good. Are you hearing? Good. እየሰማችሁኝ ነው? ልቀጥል?
ይሰማል።
እሺ። So the other thing is, the other thing is, whenever you are talking about something, for example, here you are talking about the usage of urea and DAP something, you have to use the recent informations. 2009 is very old reference, so you have to use recent informations. Let me continue to subheading 2.7. Yes, in this subheading, you've said interaction effect of NPSB on growth, yield, and yield components of read. So the problem is you entirely talk about the phenology, days to heading and maturity, and you write nothing about the interaction effects of NPSB on grain yield, which is an important topic in your heading. So it is not talking about the grain yield. If we see the shaded part, if you read the shaded part, there is nothing written about the yield. So you have to write properly the text, which will be according to the subtitle. It should be corrected that way. So let me go to the materials and methods. Yeah, in the materials and methods, whenever you have figures, you have to cite them at their appropriate places. For example, you do have figure 1 and figure 2, they were not referred. What I said, you are writing the names of places with small letter. For example, the experiment was carried out at Dahna Kabalis. You were writing D in small and it should be in capital. So let me go to what we call, yes, the treatment and experimental design. So when I come to your experiment, I do have a strong reservation with the use with experiments on the compound fertilizers like NPSB in your case. So I'm giving this comment for you. You have already done the experiment. Anchi already experimenቱን ጨርሰሻል። ወደ ኋላ መመለስ አንችልም በአንቺ ኬዝ. Maybe for the instructors, I'm giving this comment. So students should not do experiments on compound fertilizers. Okay, why? Because of two reasons. For example, in this case, there is N, P, S, and B. These nutrients are there. So whenever you are applying these compound fertilizers and doing research, you will recommend something. But the rate you are recommending may be because of the most limiting nutrient. For example, if nitrogen is the most limiting nutrient, then you will recommend maybe the highest rate until that most limiting nutrient is satisfied. So እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር ሲሰራ አስቸጋሪ ነው። ስለዚህ the most limiting የሆነው ኒውትሪየንት እስከሚሟላ ድረስ ሲኬድ ሌሎቹ ኤክሰስ ሊደረጉ ይችላሉ። ፒ ኢን ኤክሰስ ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ሰልፈር ኢን ኤክሰስ ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ቦሮን ኢን ኤክሰስ ሊሆን ይችላል። ስለዚህ whenever you are recommending, for example, to the farmers 200 kg or something, it means that you may be costing the farmers unnecessarily for the phosphorus, for the sulfur, and for the boron. So መሆን ያለበት በእያንዳንዱ ኒውትሪየንት ለየብቻ ነው መሰራት ያለበት። በኒውትሪየንት ሌቨል ነው ኤክስፐሪመንት መሰራት ያለበት። አማይ ክሊር ገብቶሻል? ለጽጌወይን ጽጌወይን ጽጌወይን ይሰማሻል?
አቤት
ተሰምቶሻል? ያው ያልኩት
ይሰማል።
እሺ እንቀጥል። ስለዚህ ኤንፒኤስቢ ኮምፓውንድ ፈርቲላይዘር ሆነ ኤንፒኤስ ላይ ተማሪዎች ሲሰሩ አስተማሪዎች መፍቀድ የለባቸውም። እንደዚህ አይነት ኤክስፐሪመንት መሰራት የለበትም። ምክንያቱም አርሶ አደሩን ካላግባብ ሰልፈርና ቦሮን ወይም ደግሞ ፎስፈረስ ኢቭን ኢን ኤክሰስ አፕላይ እንድናደርግ ልናስገድደው እንችላለን። ምክንያቱም most of the time nitrogen is the most limiting nutrient, and until that most limiting nutrient is satisfied, the others will go to the excess. ስለዚህ ኦፕቲማም ሌቨል ላይ ኒውትሪየንቶችን ሪኮመንድ ማድረግ አይቻልም ኮምፓውንድ ፈርቲላይዘር በምንጠቀምበት ጊዜ and because of this at this time APA PIR and the Ministry of Agriculture are revising what we call the compound fertilizers and we are doing what we call nutrient omission trials ስለዚህ the fate of compound fertilizers ኢትዮጵያ ምን መሆን አለበት የሚባለው አሁን ኤክስፐሪመንት እየተካሄደ ነው ስለዚህ because of these reasons ለወደፊቱ ተማሪዎች እዚህ ላይ ባይሰሩ ይመረጣልና ተማሪዎች ይሄን እንድታተኩሩበት ለማለት ፈልጌ ነው ለጽጋዬ ግን already it's done and one thing I would like to comment ጽጋዬ you have applied urea commonly for all plots is that not
yes
ጽጋዬ አርገሻል አይደል
አቤት አርገል
የሰማሽኛ የመለሽልኝ so you have to mention the amount of
urea ተጠቅሜያለሁ
በጣም ጥሩ you have to mention the amount of urea how many kilograms of urea or how many kilograms of nitrogen you applied for all plots it's not clear so you have to show us this much amount of urea was commonly applied for all plots okay it should be explained that way okay so let me go to what you call the data collection part and let me go to the plant height issue okay if you see the plant height here you said that plant height was measured from the ground to the tip of the spike on 10 randomly plants pre-tagged plants so my issue is did you include the ounce when you measure the plant height again did you include the own when you measure the plant height own ታውቂያለሽ you measure the plant height from the ground to the tip of the spike
አቤት plant height ስለካ
ኦኑን ጨምረሽ ነው ወይ ለካሽው
አይደለም plant height ስለካ ዛላውን ሳልጨምር ነው የለካሁት
it should be written here
ላይ ያለውን ጭራውን አልጨመርኩም
ሰምቻለሁ በጣም ጥሩ ስለዚህ እዚህ ላይ ማስቀመጥ አለብሽ መጻፍ አለብሽ excluding the own ተብሎ ነው የሚጻፈው እሺ so let me go to what you call the number of tillers here you have indicated us the number of total tillers and the number of effective tillers was measured on pre-selected plants okay pre-tagged plants and you said that you have counted the tillers per plant
yes
are you sure you have perfectly collected the data እርግጠኛ ነሽ
ለክቻለሁ ዶክተር
no you cannot so in the case of cereals which are having tillering behavior like the wheat the rice the barley and the teff even you cannot count the tillers like this because the seeds will be overlapping on each other and you cannot identify which tiller belongs to which plant ግልጽ ነው ሐሳቤ የትኛው ቲለር ለየትኛው ፕላንት እንደሆነ መለየት አይቻልም በዚህ ጊዜ ስለዚህ የሚለካ የነበረው
አይቻልም
ማስመሪያ ተጠቅመሽ ያስቸግራል አይደል በተግባር ሲሰራ አላስቸገረሽም
ካሉት ፕላንቶች ያስቸግራል ግን ካሉት ፕላንቶች መጀመሪያ የወጣው ፕላንት ካሉት ፕላንቶች እድገት ያሳያል በዛ መልኩ ነው የለየሁት አብዛኛውንና በለጥ ያለውን ፕላንት ነው ማዘር ፕላንት አድርገው
ለክ ነው ማዘር ፕላንት ልትይ ትችላለሽ ግን which tillers belong to which plant you cannot identify አዳምጪኝ የትኛው ቲለር ከየትኛው ወደ የትኛው ማዘር ፕላንት እንደሚመደብ ማወቃችን ኦቨርላፕ ያደርጋሉ ስለዚህ መሆን የነበረበት በማስመሪያ ነበር የሚቆጠረው ማስመሪያ ይጣላል ራንደምሊ ማስመሪያ ይጣላል። ከዛ 1 ሜትር ሌንግዝ ላይ ያረፉትን እንቆጥር ነበር። የሚቆጠረው እንደዛ ነው እና maybe for the instructors they have to take in account when they are advising students. Already you have done a mistake and you cannot go back, but the way of the data collection is completely wrong. Okay? So let me go to the result and discussion. Again.
Abet.
Can you read the first sentence of this soil physico-chemical property? The result showed.
Okay, the result showed the texture of soil the texture of the soil at the trial site sand loam and pH of the experimental site with salinity acidic.
በቃ አቁሜልኝ። What does it mean by salinity acidic? Who told you this term? Salinity acidic. They're just opposite. You cannot say a soil salinity acidic. It is very surprising, and even your advisors haven't seen it. Anyway, salinity acidic የሚባል ነገር የለም. Whether it is saline or acid soil. In your case, it is neutral soil, and you cannot say that acidic or saline. Okay? Just delete this word. It's a wrong term. A wrong term. And let me take you to the organic matter and to the organic carbon. And you said that the organic carbon, organic matter content of the soil is 2.7%. Okay? And down there with the yellow color, that the organic carbon content is also 2.7. This is completely wrong. Organic matter and organic carbon cannot be equal in magnitude. Okay? You said 2.7 for the organic matter and 2.7 for the organic carbon. This is completely wrong. Okay? Because the relation, the mathematical relation between the organic carbon and the organic matter is as I have indicated here in the comment line. So organic matter is equal to soil organic carbon multiplied by 1.72. It means the two values are different. Okay? So I don't know. You have to correct. If you have the soil analysis data in your hand, maybe you have to check it. Organic carbon and organic matter cannot be equal in magnitude. ግልጽ ነው?
ግልጽ ነው ዶክተር።
ኦርጋኒክ ማተር እና ኦርጋኒክ ካርበን እኩል ቁጥር 2.7 አይሆንም። It can never be. Okay?
እሺ ዶክተር።
መስተካከል ያለበት ይሄ።
Yes.
So let me go to phenological parameters, days to yielding and maturity. Here, you said that the days to yielding was not affected by the main as well as the interaction effects, and the days to maturity was not affected by the main as well as the interaction effects. And you put there, you stop there. You have to discuss it. Even though it is non-significant, maybe you have to discuss it in line with others' finding. What people said. For example, somebody may say there is significant variation in heading because of NPSB fertilizer. And another people may say that non-significant, as you said, the result should be discussed. Discuss አልተደረገም ይሄ result. ግልጽ ነው? ሪዛልቷ ብቻ ቁጭ አለች። So you have to include some discussion here. Okay? Again, ይሰማል? ልቀጥል? እየሰማችሁኝ ነው? ልቀጥል? ሄሎ ይሰማል? ልቀጥል? ምንድን ነው የሚሻለው? ልቀጥል? እየሰማችሁኝ ነው? ይሰማችኋል? ጽጌን ይሰማሻል? ሄሎ ሄሎ ይሰማል? ልቀጥል? እንደሚሻለው ሄሎ ሄሎ ይሰማችኋል? ይሰማችኋል? ሄሎ ሄሎ አሎ አልወጣብኝም። እኔ እስቲ ቆይ እንዴ አይሰማችሁም?
is on.
አለኛው እሺ 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 እሺ
Is on. Is on. Is on.